So for right now, the hard top and doors, and we'll see. Jeep runs good. I have a clean title. You know the previous owner, good dude. Got a lot of history on it. It's been lying. We'll show you real quick. Mainly, I'm going to show you the hood, the top and doors, because that's what everybody's been waiting on these. All of a sudden, they got hard to get, but it has the Howell fuel injection on it, as you can see up there, and I believe this one. Yeah, this is the 50 states, so California legal. So you shouldn't have any issues if you happen to be out of state and want this thing. It runs great. We always do compression if we were to part this thing out, which at this moment we're not quite there yet, but we may end up there. We'll see. And then it's got Rhino or Raptor skin on it, which is awesome. You can paint this stuff any color you want. Now, a couple places the chroming that they did it, this doesn't really stick to chrome very well unless you really prep it well. So the good news is this is an overlay. These chrome overlays are, you can actually, behind here, you can kind of feel the separation. So you can peel that off. You can peel it off and keep the chrome, or you can actually peel the chrome off and go back to whatever color it was originally, which I think was black. So, or you can redo it. If I was going to redo it, I would suggest pulling the overlay off, the chrome off, and then redoing it, and then it will stick better. Because anything that's chrome, you'll see on this thing, and that's where it's peeled off at. It just does not stick well. It's just too slick. I've been told you can rough it up a little bit and get it to stick better, but I don't know. It just seems you can get a black flat bumper and do it exactly the same. So flat fenders on it. So you got the 4.2 with fuel injection, flat fenders, a little bit of rust at the seams here, but I've looked at this Jeep up in the air. There's no rust on the frame or the bottom of the tub, so it just needs to be kind of, I would prep this, put some Rust-Oleum on it, and then get it sprayed again. And then that's what I would do with it. Otherwise, you can run it as is. I mean, it's not like it's going to go anywhere like that. So the doors are in excellent shape. They've been lined. The whole thing is lined. So if that's not your thing, I get it. I will say, though, that top is lined as well, and that's part of the reason I'm putting this top up. So if somebody hits us up and wants to buy the whole thing, we can still talk about that. But for right now, it's an automatic too, which makes it a little hard to find. There's a lot of good parts on this thing. But the top, which is in excellent shape, black of course, and to be Rhino lined, that's actually a really big plus. We pay about $500 to have these Rhino lined like this. Just gives you, it's still a factory top, it gives you the nice texture, and it's super tough. A little harder to beat up these when they're like this. They hold up a little bit better. And sorry the sunlight, but it's absolutely perfect. So, okay, and then the doors are in pretty good shape too. Like I said, they didn't prep real good in here, so they're starting to get a little rust here. I'd probably, if it was my Jeep and to keep it, I'd get this out of it, clean this up a little bit, put a little bit of filler. I would weld it actually if it was me, and then I'd coat it again with the Raptor skin. You can use a filler like a Bondo or something, but it's kind of a stressed area, so I don't know if I would use that myself. But otherwise, the doors are, like I said, nice and clean. The other one's got a little bit peeling here on it. I'll go back over there in just a second. Lock on it. Let's see if we're unlocked. I thought this thing was unlocked. But okay, so really clean on the inside. It's got the minor crack here. They all get this, but it's super minimal. That one doesn't even crack. Hasn't cracked it. The panels are in excellent shape. I sold a set of doors last week to a guy, and I might end up getting him these if I can get approval on it. And then the doors I sold him would be available. Those doors are clean too, but these are just the inside. I mean, like I said, this is chrome, so this is replaceable. You can go with a black handle, and or you can redo this. But you're gonna, anytime you do this liner skin over chrome, this is gonna happen every couple of years. Same thing up here. Okay, get that worked out, and then you got a little bit of here that you're starting to see peel, and this stuff peels pretty easy. I don't want to peel too much there because it's still a nice, you know, but anyway, so excellent shape on inside. I'd say 10 out of 10 on the inside, and then as far as the outside goes, I'd give it like a 7 or 8 on it. If you did just the handle and just recoated this, although I would, if you're going to recoat this and not do anything, I'd at least get in there pick it out, get what you can as far as this rust goes out of it, and then put a neutralizing, like a Rust-Oleum. That stuff works pretty good. It will band-aid it, but it will hold out for a lot longer. Get it as much as you can, neutralize this area so it doesn't spread. It hasn't cracked here yet, but they're pretty common to crack when this blows out completely. That's what I'm saying. So the damage on the rust is up in this area. As soon as it starts spreading down to here, they get a little harder. You start having to, then you would have to peel this back and get this removed. Okay, and then inside real quick, got a nice set of seats. Factory console, beautiful steering column, tilt, automatic, of course, like I said earlier. Gauge clusters, clock, black dash pad, windshield frame. The only thing that's definitely, if this Jeep were to sell whole, and I'm not 100% on that, like I said, likely even if you see this and wanted to hold, the top will be gone, but that just kind of depends on how quickly I hear back from a couple people that are waiting on top and doors right now. But nonetheless, if somebody does, that stereo I promised to give him back with the Bluetooth, which is no big deal, aftermarket. And then he's got a backup cam and some speakers on it. He's gonna put those in his truck. So really cool dude, local police officer, awesome guy. So, all right, and then that thing, I don't know what it is, probably navigation, that will go with him. So, all righty, so sliders on it, wheels, tires, kind of those old mag style. And if we list it like the whole Jeep, we'll list it properly. But like I said, most of the things we do out here, Jeeps Unlimited, Parts Breakers, we just sell them in pieces. We just piece them out. And this has got a lot of fun stuff. A lot of people ask for, so we don't get a lot of accessories like this one has. So it works in our favor to part them, but we're not opposed to selling it whole if it works for somebody else and gets kind of what we need to get on it. Definitely not what we get for parts, because we get quite a bit out of them for parting them, but if we can meet in the middle on something, we'd be happy with that. So, but again, back to the hardtop. So if you're one of the guys I'm going to send this video to, this hardtop is the nicest hardtop I've had in, I don't know, probably a couple years. I mean, all the hardtops we've got in recently have been nice. This one, partly because it's been refinished with that Raptor skin stuff, and it's extremely tough, but also it's nice and shiny. I mean, the rest of them have been faded or repainted or, you know, blah, blah, blah. I also got the T-handle on it. That's actually a nice addition on a hardtop. A lot of the YJ tops don't have that. That only came on the early top. So it does have rear defrost, no wiper. If you wanted to put wiper, your Jeep has that. And again, Jeeps that were soft top didn't have the plug, so you have to rewire them to get that. But in the case you do have that, or you want to rewire it, all you have to do is order new glass for them. All the trimmings, hinges, those are all the same, and we can order that glass and drop ship it to you if you really wanted that rear wiper. And I can probably source a wiper motor right now for a rear if you decided to go that way on that one. This is going to be a little bit more expensive of a YJ top, but still nowhere near what we can get out of it. So, and that's because we're a month shy of snow. The first snowfall we get, I tell everybody this, and then they call us first snowfly, and the prices have gone up. Prices on hardtop and doors go up almost $500 the moment we get our first snow, because they get so freaking hard to get. Soft tops on YJs are great. They work great in the summer. They're really not very good in this winter, especially in real cold climates, or real hot climates even at that. So I don't think this Jeep has AC. But speaking of AC, no, it doesn't. Speaking of AC, we sell complete AC kits, and we get you set up with one of those. I don't have very many of those complete ones right now, but I do have a few left. So, all right. Questions, comments? 303-666-9020. PartsBreakers.com. You're not going to see this on top of these ones listed. These sell too quick, so we usually don't have to put them up on the site. Site's usually for stuff that we get in on a continual basis and that aren't necessarily one-offs, but always check that. And do know in October, which is day after tomorrow, October 1st, 2023, we're going to do something we haven't done in a few years, which is we're going to completely gut and revamp and reorganize and list every single part that we keep in our main catalog in the month of October. What that means for you guys, it's going to be a little hard to get a hold of us in October. I'm not saying don't call, please do. I'll still have my headset on, it rings to my cell. I'll have 3 other guys answering the phone with me, but we'll be in the yard, we'll be on tractors. If we don't happen to get the phone or we're on the other line, leave us a message, and by the end of the day or the next morning, we'll have an answer or a call back if it's something we have. And if it's something we won't have, we're not going to be following up, but we will keep those in mind for first part of November. or maybe it's something we have, but it's something that's going to take some time that we just don't have. We're not going to be doing the heavy dismantle stuff in this month. It's full hands, boots on the ground, getting what we have to get done out here. And to give you an idea, we have 7 acres, so it's a lot of work in a short amount of time, okay? And yeah, that's it. Appreciate it.